Hello and welcome to the Tech Creatic YouTube channel.
Today we discuss best PC case of 2022, so the best PC case is the place your hardware calls home. It's the platform for your ultimate gaming rig and a showpiece at the same time. Besides looks, a PC case needs to have the room for modern components and make upgrading or maintenance on it easy. There are a ton of options at different prices. Some keep the look modest and others make it scream with loads of RGB lights. Your choice of PC case will also dictate what can go inside. If you want multi-loop liquid cooling and the biggest GPUs on the planet, then your best bet is a full tower chassis. But if you're looking for a small-scale build, then the best mini IDEX cases will be what you covet. The best PC case will make the building process a simple one, while a bad case is one that limits your expandability options or makes it super difficult to build your machine into. If building a PC seems a little out of your comfort zone in general, you can always go with a pre-built gaming PC and skip the stress of building your own. Here are the best cases we've tested this year, after building them up and down and, of course, checking them for fire hazards. Top 3 best PC cases of 2022 you can buy today. Number 3. NZXT H1 version 2 mini PC case. I was a big fan of the original NZXT H1 mini IDEX chassis when it first came out. On the face of it, this H1V2 looks identical, and you'd be forgiven for thinking it was just a new release of the same case with an even more non-burn white PCIe riser cable for your GPU. But NZXT has actually done a lot to improve the overall design, even though it does make for a more expensive, slightly larger and heavier mini IDEX case. Its dimension is 405 by 196 by 196 millimeters. The real beauty of the H1 is that it includes both a powerful PSU and a liquid CPU cooler, so the really awkward bits of a mini IDEX build are taken care of. If you've ever built a small form factor PC, you will understand the pain of trying to route a million unnecessarily long PSU cables around the motherboard, graphics card, and everything else. Then trying to mount a capable enough cooler into the limited confines of a mini IDEX case. Well, that's a task in itself. Its weight is about 7.6 kilograms. And, speaking of cooling, there's a new CM-supported fan controller, which looks after both the 140mm fan on the all-in-one liquid cooler for the CPU, as well as the new 92mm fan that sits at the rear of the case. The other big change is one that's tracking the ever-rising power demands of both CPUs and GPUs by shifting from a 600W 80+ power supply to a 750W Gold version. It's also had a slight facelift, which means the glass front has much less of a steel ring around it and is almost bezel-less. And you get an extra USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type A port on the top. 2 NZXT has made many welcome improvements to what was already a very good mini IDEX chassis design. Well-documented riser issues aside. Number 2. Corsair Carbide 275R PC case. The Carbide 275R might be the ultimate minimalist case. Aside from a small sail logo on the front panel, the 275R ditches additional branding for the sake of a clean design for the style obsessed. It supports ATX, micro ATX, mini IDEX motherboard, while the design may be minimal. The Carbide 275R can support a 360mm radiator in the front and up to 6 120mm fans. It's the chassis we picked for our own mainstream testing rig and is a delight to build into, giving you a lot of space to create a gaming machine without being a burden on your budget. Its dimension is 18.1 by 8.3 by 17.9 inches, 460 by 211 by 455 millimeters. For a more budget-focused chassis, however, it's still a good-looking one. The tempered glass side panel and smart cable tidying and PSU shroud all give it the feel of a PC case of far greater expense. Its weight is about 22.4 pounds, 10.14 kilograms. The rounded frontage gives is a softer look compared to the more angular, super boxy, cheaper alternatives, and it won't look like you've skimped on your system. The Carbide 275 Ours is the most well-featured, well-built, good-looking PC case that doesn't cost the earth. Number 1. Cooler Master Cosmos C700M. The original Cooler Master Cosmos chassis is a classic of PC case design and has seen many revisions over the years. The latest, the Cosmos C700M, is the pinnacle of that design, taking over from the C700P, a chassis which held firm as one of our favorite full-tower cases for years. It supports Mini IGX, Micro ATX, ATX, EATX motherboard. The premium case maintains the same handlebar design as the Corsair Cosmos design, but adds a few modern touches that make it one of the most beautiful cases we've seen. Its dimension is 650 by 306 by 651 millimeters. We were already impressed with the tasteful RGB lighting from its predecessor. One of the favorite things we experienced while building in the case is the fact that we were able to remove the motherboard tray and assemble a majority of our system outside of the case. Its weight is about 23.8 kilograms. Built-in cable routing, cable management clips, and a modular cable cover system also makes it easy to create a very clean system. Despite the price, the exceptional build quality and premium materials definitely go a long way towards justifying the price. The exceptional build quality and premium materials definitely go a long way towards justifying the price. So it is one of the best PC case of 2022. For more information, follow the links in the descriptions. If you are new here, please subscribe to my channel and like the videos.